Hi everybody, thank you so much for coming today. I'm really excited to be here with our young candidates and our young supporters from Gen Z. I'm joined by Chloe Tangpong Prush from Toronto St. Paul riding, Joshua Mearsh from Don Valley East, Andrew Armstrong from Don Valley North, Jessica Riley from Kitchener South Hespeler, and Ethan Russell from Brampton West.
All right.
I'm so moved by all the young people who have really risen to the challenge, risen to the moment this election in a fight for generational fairness. We are hearing from so many young people that they're struggling to look forward to the future with much hope. They're worried they won't be able to afford a place to live, to afford their rent, and they're worried about our planet. I'm here as well because I want my children and everybody's kids to have a place to live and a livable planet when they grow up. I'd like to introduce Chloe, and I'd like her to share a little bit about what Gen Z is experiencing at this time, and then we have some exciting announcements about our platform that will bring youth hope and hopefully mobilize all young people to get out and vote this election.
Thank you. My name is Chloe Tangpong Prush. I am the Ontario Greens candidate in Toronto St. Paul's. I also come from a background in public transit advocacy, and I'm also an urban planning student at Toronto Metropolitan University. You know, over the past few weeks of this campaign, talking to voters at the door, talking to my friends and peers at school, one thing is so obvious. Doug Ford has unequivocally failed our generation. Growing up, I was in 8th grade when Doug Ford was first elected. That makes me feel quite young. I am 21 years old. But I saw Doug Ford's cuts to education firsthand. I saw the rising class sizes. When I got to university, I saw the consequences of Doug Ford's underfunding of post-secondary education. And today, when I talk to my peers, when I talk to my friends, they're worrying about paying the rent on time. They're worrying if they're going to be able to find roommates to help them pay their rent. They're worried that they're never going to be able to get on the housing ladder. I feel like my generation is losing hope a little bit. I decided to run because I want to inspire young people across this province to get involved in their communities. I feel like young people are quite disillusioned with politics. But Ontario Greens, we have a fresh vision. I say voting green is like a breath of fresh air. So in a fully costed platform, we're ready to step up to the table and fight for generational fairness. Ontario Greens, we have a real plan for how a generation will be able to afford a home, an education, access to reliable public transit, and the mental health care that you need. So I'm calling on all young people all across this amazing province to get out and vote. Today is the last day of advanced voting, and I really hope you get out there. You wouldn't let your parents or your grandparents decide on your outfit, so don't let them decide on your future. We really need to hear your voice. And now I'd like to introduce our leader, Mike Schreiner.
Thanks, Chloe. Wow, thank you, Chloe, and thank you to all the young candidates who have stepped up to run for the Ontario Green Party in this election. Our plan for fairness is about bringing generational fairness for young people in this province. You deserve an affordable home and a livable planet. But unfortunately, Doug Ford's attack on the people and places we love in this province threatened your future. Housing prices are at an all-time high, while housing starts are at an all-time low. Funding for post-secondary education keeps being cut. Mental health care is inaccessible, and if you can find it, it's unaffordable. Young people in this province are struggling to get by. They're struggling to have hope for the future. And sadly, far too many young people are leaving the province of Ontario because they don't see an affordable future here with Doug Ford's government. That's exactly why the Ontario Greens are proud to announce today a plan for Gen Z to bring hope for your future and generational fairness to the province of Ontario. And it starts by eliminating interest on all student loans and changing the Ontario Student Assistance Program from being loans to grants. So you don't have to graduate from college or university with crushing debt. And that we invest in post-secondary education so you receive the education you deserve. We know so many young people want affordable, reliable, and fast transit. And that's exactly why we will deliver all-day two-way go throughout the entire region, including right here to Kitchener. And we will cover 50% of transit costs for municipalities so young people have reliable, affordable access to transit. Third, we will build 2 million homes in the province of Ontario, removing the taxes and fees on starter homes so you can afford a home in the community you know and love, close to your family, close to where you work, close to where you shop. So we can actually bring the dream of home ownership to this young generation. And for those of you who are renting, we're going to make sure you have affordable rental with proper protections. Fourth, we will make a youth mental health guarantee that you will be able to access mental health services within 30 days that you can afford by paying through OHIP. Because mental health is health, and it is unacceptable in the province of Ontario that 30,000 young people are on a wait list to access mental health services that can be up to 2 years long. That is unacceptable in the province of Ontario. Fifth, we will decrease the voting age to 16 because we think Gen Z should have a voice in their future. I can't tell you how many high school civics classes I talk to where the students are so incredibly smart, politically engaged, and ask me fantastic questions and have great ideas about bringing forward solutions for their future. Let's instill the importance of voting at an early age because we know that leads to lifetime voters. And finally, we will bring forward an affordable plan to address the climate emergency and to ensure that we protect the people and places we love from Doug Ford's attack on our farmland and on the nature that protects us. We will stop the Ford government from ramping up expensive, dirty fossil gas plants and instead invest in low-cost, clean, renewable energy. And we will end the big subsidies for the big oil and gas companies and reverse the Ford government's overturning of an OEB independent decision that would have protected people from subsidizing Enbridge when you can save 13% on your heating and cooling bills with a heat pump. These are the kinds of solutions that will ensure generational fairness, ensure that young people have an affordable future with a home they can count on in a climate that is livable and sustainable. And I just want to say to all young people in this province, the power is in your hands. The plurality of voters now in the province of Ontario are young people. You can decide your future. You can demand better from the provincial government. And I understand why so many of you have lost hope in the province actually addressing your needs. But you have the power to change that. You can go out and vote today on Saturday, the last day for advance voting. And you can go out next Thursday, February 27th, on Election Day. And you can vote the future you want. And you can vote for these fantastic young green candidates who are running for the Green Party of Ontario. Thank you, everyone, and have a fantastic day.
Woo!